help meet the protection needs of your entire household. Please know that Allstate takes your privacy seriously, and we have a detailed policy on how we treat your personal information. As permitted by law, this and any subsequently collected information may be shared with outside parties who perform services on Allstate's behalf without your authorization. You have the right to access or correct this information. If you want to see our privacy statement, let us know or visit allstate.com. Now, stay on the line and I'll get someone to help you with that quote.
Thank you for calling Allstate, where you're in good hands. My name is Tanisha. How can I help you today?
Hello, Tanisha. I'm trying to get car insurance, please.
All right. Have you received a quote with Allstate before?
I have not received any kind of quote yet.
Okay, and your name?
My name is Isaac, Isaac.
And your last name?
My last name is Singh, Singh.
All right, and what's your date of birth?
My date of birth is November 20, 1984.
Okay, and your full address?
I'm sorry, can you say that one more time?
Yeah, what's your full address?
My full address is 20 West Hello? I'm sorry, you're breaking up.
Yes, I got 20 West.
20 West 34th Street, New York, New York. 10001.
Okay. And your phone number is at the 562-702-2530?
562-702-2530.
Okay, yep, that's what I read back. Perfect. And is there a specific day that you need insurance by?
What I had insurance that was for my storage. I had a motor scooter which was for insured at January 2020, and I did 6-month interval after that.
Okay. So is there a specific day that you're looking for insurance by?
But I wanted to have insurance by May 1st. My motor scooter was in storage until then.
So this is for a scooter, not an auto policy.
It's for a motor scooter that is 300 cc's.
Okay. So yeah, that would not actually be an auto policy with us. It would be a motorcycle policy or a scooter policy. So that'll change things a little bit. But you need that insurance by May 1st. Is that correct?
That is correct, yes.
Okay. And are you considered to be single, married, divorced?
Well, I am divorced 4 times.
Okay. And anyone else on the policy with you?
Is my daughter will be on my policy.
And what's her name?
Her name is Maran Spator.
And how do you spell that?
Marajpur. Paraj Pator.
And same last name as you?
Yes.
Okay. And then what's her date of birth?
Her date of birth is 09/19 2000.
Okay. And were both of you first licensed around the age of 16?
I was licensed about the age of 24 when I moved to the United States,
Mm-hmm.
and she was licensed about the age of 16.
16. Okay. And then, do you own or do you rent this home?
Did you mean that she was licensed motorcycle or car?
Well, so we're looking for a regular vehicle first, and then the motorcycle will come next. So I'll need to know both.
She was registered to be uh, she got in goodness, I'm sorry. Uh, in about 6 oh goodness, my English is not that great.
That's okay.
She had motorcycle when she's 16, and she got license at car for at 18.
Okay. And then, how old were you when you got your motorcycle license?
Does it mean in the United States or in India?
Yeah, in the U.S.
In the US, my license is for transfer at 24 years old.
Okay, so you got your U.S. motorcycle license at 24 years old.
Yes.
Okay. All right. And then, I'm sorry, did you say you own or did you rent your home?
I rent,
Rent. Okay. And
but
then what's the
I
year,
own
make, and
an
model of the scooter?
I rent in an apartment above my shop.
Okay.
And I own the shop, but I
And
don't own the apartment that I live in.
okay. All right. And what's the year, make, and model of the scooter?
I'm sorry. You say one more time, please.
Yeah, what's the year, make, and model of the scooter?
Oh, the say 2021 Honda Beat BAT.
So 2021 Honda Beat.
Yes, it's brand new at the spot.
Okay. And you said it was a 300 cc?
No, it's a 110 cc.
110. Okay, hold on a second here.
I ride it in Manhattan for delivery at my business.
Okay, you wouldn't happen to have the VIN number handy, do you?
I do not have. I don't know what that is. The VIN number.
Well, yeah. So it's the vehicle identification number. Every vehicle has a specific number on it, identifying that vehicle, its year, make, and model, and we would actually have to have it to insure it.
Oh, I don't have it right now in my front to look.
Okay.
My daughter,
Yeah, so
she
I can
drive
give you a
a
rough
Honda.
estimate
My
without it.
daughter, she drive Nissan Versa 2018 for the delivery at my business in Manhattan.
Right, but you're trying to get insurance on the scooter, right?
I tried get insurance on the scooter and the Nissan at which my daughter drive.
Okay, so I won't be able to do the quote for the scooter because I need the VIN number. But if you have the VIN number for the Versa, we can proceed from there.
The the Versa is in a parking garage. It's like 5 blocks out from me. I have to walk there.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I can give you rough estimates, but without the VIN numbers, we cannot insure you, unfortunately.
That's alright. I'll take. You said you got estimate for the scooter and the Versa, or just one?
Well, it's going to be two separate policies. It's going to be a quote for an auto policy for the Versa and then a quote for a motorcycle policy for the scooter. Again, they're rough estimates, but we can look at both. What kind of coverage are you looking for on them, though?
I'm looking at for the scooter. I want the policy that make if somebody hit me and I break my neck is for covered.
Okay, so medical payments.
No, is that part of the scooter?
Now I'm clarifying. So are you looking for medical payments on the coverage?
Yeah, if I drive scooter for delivery and car come and break my neck and I cannot drive, I need to pay the medical.
Okay. Yeah, we'll go ahead and add medical on there. What other coverage? Are you needing full coverage, just state minimum liability?
I've got loan. I've got loan on the scooter for $5,000, and I owe 3,500. I need to make insurance for to cover the difference.
Okay, we won't be able to cover the difference of what you owe, but I can give you full coverage if they're requiring it. We don't cover the amount that you owe with the scooter loan.
If I'd make it's a personal loan. It's not to bank. If I make more at the loan, I can pay less in the insurance.
I'm sorry, I'm not quite catching what you're looking for, to be very honest. So I'm going to go ahead and just quote you with what we would suggest, which is full coverage. That covers you in the event that you're hurt, because we'll add medical payments on there. And then it would also cover the bike or the scooter itself, where it's financed. If you get in a wreck, we would cover the cost of the vehicle or to repair it, and that would be at a $500 deductible.
Okay. Yes. If for more my scooter, if I make my I've got 3-month son, I put him in car seat on scooter, is covered or no?
I mean, the medical payments will apply to anyone who's hurt on the scooter up to $1,000, and you can purchase up to 10,000. It's just quite a bit more.
So the 6-month-old son, his name is Rashmir. He gets hurt on scooter, is covered or no?
Anyone on the scooter gets hurt would be covered up to $1,000 medical payments.
Is possible for more in medicals?
You can purchase up to 10,000. It just goes up in price from there.
Is 10,000 for deductible or for total price?
That's the total coverage.
So if son break neck on scooter is not covered if is more than 10,000?
Correct. You would have to have medical insurance for the rest.
Okay. So it's not good for to put son on motorbike.
That is not in our job description. We would not be able to comment on that. So you would need to refer to your state's guidelines if that's legal, and the rest is up to you.
Or you don't comment on how much legal is for to put
No.
the my children?
No, you'll have to call your DMV.
So if I put 6-month-old in car seat on my Honda Beat, is not for you to say if it's covered?
Now, I definitely already mentioned twice that it would be covered. Anyone on the bike, on the scooter, that gets hurt can be covered. Medical payments for up to 10,000. I've already verified that they can be covered, but whether you should do that or not, or whether it's legal to your state, I will not comment on that. But I will tell you what is covered by Allstate if someone is hurt on the bike.
Oh, so it's not good idea for to put the child on the bike.
I won't speculate on that. I will not speculate. I won't be able to give my opinion on that.
Are you a mother? A mother? You have children?
Mother, I am, but that unfortunately doesn't apply. I'm not able to speculate on something that is not insurance related. I can only tell you what the insurance is covered, but I would not be able to give my opinion on something like that.
But I need opinion for to get insurance or no. If I have children on motorbike, I need to know if it's good or no.
Again, anyone hurt on the scooter can be covered up to 10,000, and that's the max we would cover. If you need more coverage, you need to purchase health insurance.
Oh.
That's all that Allstate's going to cover for medical payments.
If I get hurt in motorbike accident and child get hurt at same time, is it 10,000 everything or 10,000 for one each?
It would be 10,000 per person.
So it's okay if child is on motorbike at 6 months.
So again, that is something you have to refer to your state to make sure that is legal for you to do. We don't know the legal guidelines of New York for those kinds of things. Again, you'll need to call your local DMV for that.
Okay, well, thank you so much. I think it's probably legal for 6 months car seat on motorbike, so I'll get the insurance policy for that.
I've never heard of a car seat on a motorcycle, but again, if you want to verify that, you would just want to call your DMV.
I thought you said that you cannot provide uh, opinion on
That's not an opinion. That's not an opinion. That's a fact. I have never seen a car seat on a motorcycle. That is not me giving my opinion. That is me stating I've never seen it, just for the conversation piece. But if you want to verify that that's legal in your state, call the DMV.
So my wife, she does not work, but I work 60 hours a week, and my son, he's 6 months old. He has car seat, and I strap it on the motor scooter. And I try to ask
Okay.
if it's good for insurance, and you say yes.
I did not say that that was good for insurance. So I do want to verify. It seems like we're going in circles here, and I want to make sure we're being very professional because I won't step outside of that professional zone. So what I mentioned was we offer $10,000 of medical payments per person for people who are hurt on a bike. Then you mentioned if it was good to put a child in a car seat on it, and that's where I mentioned I would not be able to comment on that, nor do I know if that's legal by your state. All I am doing is being very cut and dry and professional on what we will cover, but you have to refer to your state as far as if a child should be on the back of a motorcycle. I will not speculate on that. To go back as well, when I asked you your marital status, you mentioned that you were divorced, and now you're mentioning a wife. If you're married, your wife has to be on this stuff too. So we'll need to go back on that as well.
Well, I'm newly divorced. My wife Krishna is not with me anymore. She she has deceased. But uh, I've since she's gone, I've gotten no different way for to go to work if my son is 6 months for to go on motorcycle on back. Is I just want to make sure it's
Okay.
for legal to ensure if an accident I get.
Again, I'm going to repeat the same thing over and over again. I won't be able to verify if that's legal. I think we should probably end the call, and you should call your local DMV and find that out before you look for the insurance stuff. Because we won't be able to tell you if it's legal for you to put a 3-month-old on the back of a scooter. I don't know that. I don't know.
You don't know if 3 month can go on back of scooter, or you're just to
Again,
speculate.
I don't. I do not know. Again, you will have to contact your DMV for that.
Well, I called for the DMV at uh, 3 p.m. earlier, and they said to call the insurance for to ask if uh, a minor can afford to ride the scooter.
Well, yeah. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to answer that for you, and I'll just have to refer you right back to them because I don't know if it's legal in your state to have a minor on the back of your scooter. We do not know that. You have to contact the DMV. If they told you otherwise, I would call them again and speak to someone else because we don't know that.
Right, but I appreciate for your patience for that. They said at me to I can ride 3 month with car seat on scooter if I have the license for to do it, and I need the insurance
Well
for
then,
minor at.
well then, if they already answered you, then you have your question answered.
But
I mean, if they
you're
already
not.
told you that it was legal, well then, what are we going
but-
around in circles for? You know?
But you are not sure, and it's makes for me to not get it.
No. Let's back up. Because I'm telling you, you have to contact your state if that's legal. You've been asking me this whole time, and I told you the state has to tell you that. Well, then now you're saying the state told you that it was okay. Well, then if the state told you that it's okay, well, then that's your answer. We don't verify all the rules of the road in your state. We give you the insurance that meets your state's requirements, but we do not give you the laws that are provided for each state's roads. So there's a lot of back and forth here, and I don't know if there's a language barrier that I'm just not overcoming here, but now we're going in a total different circle because this whole time you were asking if you can and cannot, and now you're saying that they already told you could. So, yeah, I don't know what you want me to do with that information. It's getting a little bit out of the realm of what we're able to do at this point. Again, Allstate will not be able to confirm the rules of the road in your state.
Well,
I
understand.
If the DMV already told you that it was okay, well then that's your answer.
I talked to the state at my DMV, and they said call the insurance and to ask them if it's legal. And I talked to you, and you said you do not.
And I've already mentioned that we don't know if it's legal. So you got to call them back.
You said you do not recommend for to make you do not recommend to make my child for to make trip on motorcycle.
I did not say that, actually. I said I would not be able to speculate. You asked if you should put a child on the back of your motorcycle, and I said I would not be able to speculate. So, this conversation is not being relayed properly. So, let's go ahead and end it and cut it dry here so that there's no confusion. We will not tell you if it's legal to put a child on the back of your car. Call the DMV. If they told you to call us, call them back, okay?
Well, if there's not speculation, I asked DMV. They said to call.
No. You asked several questions. First, I'm going to stop you there because there's misinformation being given. The first thing that you asked me that I said I would not speculate about, you asked if you should put your child on the back of it. That is what I said I would not speculate on. And then it turned into, is it legal for you to do that? And that's where I said, we do not know that. You have to call your DMV. So there was two different questions I was given, and I answered them two different ways. I will not, and Allstate will not speculate whether you should put a child on the back of there. And on the second question, we do not know if it is legal. You have to call your DMV. So maybe that's where the confusion is. There was two different questions given to me, and I answered them two different ways.
Well, I appreciate very much you answering those questions, but what is asked for me from I asked the DMV if is for legal to make the child at bicycle for riding. They said for yes is good as long as you have the proper licensing and insurance for to make that. I try to make the proper insurancing for that.
Well, then I'm not quite sure why we were going around in circles if you already knew the answer to the question.
Well, I
So
just,
that's where I'm confused.
my concern is for my children, just to make sure that they understand is acceptable and safe for me to travel with them, but is not safer in your eyes, or no?
We will not speculate if that's safe. That is up to you. Allstate, that is not my job, sir. It's not my job to tell you if it's safe or not. Unfortunately, I cannot do that.
Okay, well, I
That's a
understand.
liability issue that we cannot get into.
I understand is a liability for to make assumption at my child for to be safe at my transportation at two-wheeled vehicle, but the DMV at my state in Virginia is okay to make minor transportation. So I put child car seat for 6-month-old on motorcycle, and I make sure that is okay for insurance in case of accident.
Okay. Well then, if you got the answer from the DMV, then I'm going to go ahead and just move on here so that we can go ahead and get you some numbers. So if the DMV told you that that was legal, then I'll just go ahead and continue with my quote here. So I've got a quote for the 2021 Honda. If you were to do the medical payments, full coverage on there to cover the fact that you have a loan. If you did something like that, it would run you about $275 a month with Allstate. So that's the quote you're looking at.
Okay, is that to include my my daughter who's 6-month-old for the car seat on my motorcycle?
We insure another driver, which is your daughter that's licensed, but we do not add any car seats or anyone under the under license age. So I've got your daughter as a driver because you mentioned that she has her motorcycle license.
Yes.
So I've got her on here. But we're only putting on here the people that are licensed to drive it. Any other guests is insured for medical payments up to $10,000. In addition to ambulance, x-rays, services, stuff like that. There is liability for the guests on your bike for $100,000 per person, $300,000 per accident, as well as other people if you get hit or if you hurt someone else on it. And then it also gives you $100,000 of property damage. And that's what the 275 runs you.
Well, that sounds quite alright. If so, I've got my 16-year-old daughter is on the coverage. If I added my 6-year-old daughter for passenger,
you wouldn't be able to do that.
My
You
6-year-old
would not be able to do that. 'Cause you would not be able to do that. Yep, we do not add anyone who is not licensed to drive. So you would not be able to add a 6-year-old to a policy.
What if I added my 6-year-old to my Versa policy? For she's not
Same thing. You cannot add someone who's not licensed to drive to a policy. They are insured on there as guests, but you cannot add them to a policy until they are licensed to drive.
At what age in this country are they licensed to drive?
Well, everyone's licensed to drive at different ages, so it depends on when they're licensed. But the earliest you can get your license typically is 16 years old.
So if my 16-year-old daughter, her name is Vrashtek, if she drive my 2-year-old son to preschool, is covered or not?
I I don't know what you're asking, sir. It's getting very frustrating. What cover? What is covered? Like, what's your question?
I
Is
asked
what
if my
covered for her to take him to school?
my 16-year-old daughter, she's covered for my car
Yeah, but you
insurance.
listen here, sir. Listen. You never gave me any information about a 16-year-old. You gave me a driver on here that you stated their date of birth was 9/19 of 2000. That would make this person 20. You stated their name is spelled Marajpatur. So are you now adding a different driver, or are you just speculating, or is this just a what-if scenario?
That is my ex-wife. But I've got a daughter with her who is 16.
Okay, I am very confused, sir. You told me that was your child.
No, it's a language barrier. I've got a
Okay.
daughter.
Well, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and give you the phone number to a local agent you can call tomorrow, because at this point, I'll be very transparent with you. Allstate is a very transparent company. The questions I've been asked on this call exceed the role of an insurance provider like myself, and I have to protect myself and the company, and I'm being asked questions that I cannot speculate on, and it's getting to a place where I'm just not able to answer these kinds of questions. So I'm going to have you call an Allstate local agent. They're local to your area, and these guys have actually a bigger range to be able to suggest things to you and answer questions that I'm not able to. So I'm going to go ahead and give you their number. If you want to jot this down, you can call them tomorrow. They're open 9 to 6, Monday through Friday, and they can give you those suggestions, and they can give you their opinions, where I cannot. I walked a very strict line of professionalism and legalism. I'm stuck in a very hard role where I'm only legally able to answer certain questions, and we're teeter-tottering on that range, and I'm not comfortable anymore. So I'm going to have you call these guys so they can help you better, okay?
Well, I don't understand. If you cannot provide the answers, then how is it for profession? I don't understand who you are to send me to. Is language barrier?
I'm sending you to an Allstate local agent.
Alright, you send me to another person. I don't know who they are. I ask you.
Well, I'll give you their information. I'll give you their information because they have a bigger spectrum of things they can anser than I do.
You
So
say
I
they have you say they have a bigger spectro. They have bigger what?
So I'm going to go ahead and leave it at this so we're not arguing, sir. I cannot answer any more questions that you're asking me. So I'm going to give you the local agent's information, and you'll want to call them tomorrow. If you have a language barrier with them as well, they can actually get a language interpreter on the line to help you with that, okay? I've got their phone number when you're ready.
But I'm not language barrier for you. I understand what you are say at me.
Right, but I'm not able to help anymore, so that's why I'm getting you this number here.
But
so
you're not understand at what I am for wanting at.
No, I understood, but it's getting to a point where the information I've been given is not correct. Because when I added the person at the beginning of the call that you stated, the first name was Marajpatur, with a date of birth of 9/19 of 20, stated that child. And so I added them as such. And now we're saying that this person is not your child, it's your ex-spouse or something. And so obviously there is a language barrier, or there's some sort of miscommunication.
Yes,
I'm not sure.
I don't know what is the month or day for your language and English, but I can tell you I have daughter at 16 and daughter at 4 and son at 21 for get insurance car.
Okay. All right. Yep. Well, that's great. I would give that information to the local agent as well when you call them, and I've got their number when you're ready.
But how are they to for understanding at me? If you're not understanding at me, then how they are
they're
to
not able to
understanding at
understand, as I mentioned already, we have language interpreters that we can get on the phone, and they can interpret in the language you are more comfortable in if that's the issue. So if you have a language barrier with them, they can help you out with that.
At what I don't know at what is the name in English for the other language. How I know what you want me to speak?
Yeah, that's not relevant, sir. We're not asking you to speak in any certain way. You speak with what you're comfortable in, and we work with that. So obviously we're speaking in English, and there's been some language issues, apparently, if I'm getting